Send them the Skype anyway. See if they show up.
That never works.
Oh, come on.
But the headline today is Anuj has different mic setups. So let's go. Let's go over them. This is the Experience Podcast with me and someone else.
Wait, were we recording the whole time?
Just now. Just started. We just started. Don't worry.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, so he wasn't ready. Anuj is the guest. I have to introduce him now because he's too busy laughing. Yeah.
Never ready. I just noticed that Daniel was recording the call in the top bar just now.
He's swapping around microphones. Maybe? I don't know. I'm not sure.
No, I settled on one.
He's doing a lot of behind the scenes work right now, even though this isn't really a podcast that does a lot of behind the scenes work. So
whatever that means.
That's what I'm saying. I have no idea what he's been doing. But apparently he's now part of the production.
To be fair, this is also the same mic I use. Like, I've used both of these mics to record music at some point in time.
Yes, and we've discussed your music a number of times on this show.
Yeah.
So, I think our listeners, if you're a long-time listener, if you're a short-time listener, if you're a medium time is probably the best.
Yeah.
Because a long time you might have forgotten and you're sick of it, or the show, I mean, and if you're short time, I don't remember the last time I talked about your music. It was probably about a year ago. So somewhere in the medium time, then you're somewhat familiar about his music. I think I put the link to your the Drive link, the Google Drive link in the description, so.
Yeah, that is right. You did, as I told you to do that.
So
shameless self-promotion.
That's there. Yeah, well, it's not self-promotion. I'm promoting you, so, it's. But you're promoting yourself now. So anything? Well, actually, let's start there because we have a new season coming up in a few months. We're 3 months away.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to do this again. I might, but I just gotta make sure I got material. You know what I'm saying?
Well, for those who don't know what you're talking about, just kind of give a brief overview.
For the 2022 season, I basically made a track for every opponent that we faced this year. Some of them aged more gracefully than the others. Let's just put it that way. Including a self-proclaimed hype track at the beginning of the season, and then the rest are just like run-of-the-mill diss tracks. I had a half a mind to do one like a halfway reflections track, and I never got to it.
Yeah. So there's a track for every game. Again, it's on the link that we posted whenever it was.
I was about to say, do you remember which episode that was?
That could be any episode.
Oh, wait, I see it. It's episode 229.
Oh, wow, that was fast. I was going to say, look at the description for your name, and then that'll probably be the easiest way to...
No, I remember
so there you go.
I was making a joke about Antonio Brown, and then you named the series the episode Don't Quit Your Day Job. So I recognized it.
There you go. So, you remember things about the show better than I do, which is great.
I remember random things about the show better than... It's weird.
I shouldn't be trusted. This is actually episode 250. Well, I feel like it's better if the fans and the guests know it better because.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, this is the 250th episode. That's right.
This is number 250. How are we celebrating?
Oof, I didn't think about that. Man, this is your show. Shouldn't you have this
unlocked? That's right. I have nothing to celebrate. I don't have any material here for celebration purposes. I'm all ears, though. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see what I have here. What is this? No, I don't want that.
I said, we're doing this live, everybody.
We're doing this live. No, I mean, we have the questions or answers game we can go back to as sort of a callback to simpler times.
Now you gotta answer them. So send me the list, and I'll ask you the questions, And then we'll get to see your responses. How's that? How about that?
I feel like that defeats the purpose. Because I came up with the questions. So.
Exactly, but it's your 250th episode.
Oh, I don't answer questions. But you haven't answered a number of these, I'm sure.
Well, you haven't answered any of them, and I think a good way to celebrate the podcast going this long is for the audience to get to know you. Not just the guests.
Oh, God. That sounds like a terrible idea. All right, well, let me send you, what's the best way to do this? Maybe on this computer.
Put it in the DMs.
Well, that's what I'm going to do. So okay, you have to stall for a few minutes because I got to pull it up on here.
All right, well, I guess I could talk more about the mixtape. Most of the tracks are like basically just like instrumental tracks I found from like Linkin Park and other tracks I'd laying around. The last track was had a little bit of inspiration from 8 Mile, just using the beat. But I don't know if I want to do it. I'm on the fence of doing it again this year. But if I do, I need some like either help producing it or I don't know if I need help writing it. Although ideas are always appreciated. But what I do know is that I suck at producing audio. That's just a fact.
Like as far, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like they sound fine. I think they definitely got better as you went along.
Sure.
No?
Oh man, you literally just like posted them right in the day. All right.
Yeah, that was easier
let's
than
work
doing
down. Let's work down these then.
Well, for reference, I posted the first, right, not posted, but I gave, and there's the first 40 questions in the list. Again, as a callback, they're the old questions. We haven't asked them in a while.
Yeah.
And they're a little more straightforward.
All right. Well, blue cheese or green eggs?
Blue cheese or green eggs. This is a good one. This is a classic one where one of them is fake.
Yes, I believe it's the green eggs.
Yeah, green eggs are not real.
Green eggs and ham. What? That doesn't actually sound like a bad combo if you like protein.
I don't mind blue cheese. Blue cheese is big up here, with the wings and stuff. Green eggs sounds interesting. I'm gonna go with the interesting one. I'm gonna go with green eggs.
All right.
Because it's not real. So.
Have you ever danced on a boat?
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't know. I was kind of thinking when I was pulling this list up, I was like, oh, do I even remember? I've been on a few boats. I don't think, I don't think I have danced on a boat.
Yeah, me neither. What's the biggest boat you've been on?
Cruise ship. I've been on a cruise ship.
That's a boat you could theoretically dance on if you were wanting to dance on a boat.
Technically, it's a ship.
Vessel.
Boating vessel. That's not what the question says. No, yeah, you could dance on it, but I don't think I did.
I mean, I've been on a pontoon boat, but I was really young. I've been on a speedboat, again, also very young. And the last time I was on the water, I went jet skiing.
Okay.
For college. Favorite form of public transport?
Public transport. I'm a ferry person. I like a good ferry. Not too long, obviously. Like, don't give me like a 3-hour ferry ride. Come on, let's get there. But it's nice on a nice summer day or something like that. I feel like it's just it seems cleaner than like a bus or a train. So.
I don't know. I like the train. I appreciate the train.
Trains are nice. The what's it called? The Amtrak is pretty nice.
I've never been on Amtrak.
Amtrak is nice.
Like
a subway.
My first experience on a train was back when kids rode free on MARTA, and we still had those like fare tokens before a Breeze card and shit. And like, I think, and my parents and I ride around on a couple of times. Like, one time we went to a circus on MARTA. We went to my mom's naturalization on MARTA. We went to a Falcons game. couple trips to the airport. I appreciated it. I wish it was more developed.
Marta's nice. I can appreciate a good Marta, which for our non Atlanta listeners is just the public train service in Atlanta.
Short for Metro Atlanta Rapid Transit Authority. We actually have a more refined version in DC.
It's a little much of a tongue twister there. They definitely came up with the name and the acronym, and then they had to reverse engineer the acronym.
I think they're trying to rebrand it like the ATL or something.
Oh, are they? I've not kept up with MARTA news.
ATL Transit, yeah.
I didn't go on trainnews.com.
No, they have a whole website. It's atltransit.ga.com.
I do remember. So I haven't, I haven't lived in Atlanta for a few years now, and you haven't either. But the MARTA website, when I went on it, let's say 5 years ago, was not good. It was pretty bad.
Is it still good?
Let's see. So I'm gonna pull it up now.
Yeah. Well, they got new trains. They're placing the old CQ 310, 311, and 312 and new shit.
This website is much better, I will say. But
it's much cleaner.
Before it had, yeah, the UI was just terrible. Like it looked like a website from the 90s that they never updated in the year 2018 or whatever. But this looks much better. It's a little cleaner. It's easier to see what you want. Mm-hmm. Still not. I mean, there needs to be, I guess, train alerts. Like there needs to be
There still are.
Like a schedule or something.
Bus alerts, train alerts, streetcar alerts. Does anybody even use a streetcar?
I don't know. I'm sure. I never took the bus.
I never used the bus either.
I never used the bus. It seemed kind of nice. Like I'd see people use it. I'm like, oh, that seems like a good idea. Like especially from the airport to the campus sometimes. But
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Like that was my plan actually. We were supposed to have like career fair last October, or not career fair, day in the lobby, and I was planning to show up as part of my for my employer. My plan was fly into Atlanta in the morning, MARTA up to Tech, trolley in from Midtown, and it'll drop me off at Klaus College of Computing, and then I do my career fair things. I do my day in the lobby recruiting, and then a teammate would give a tech talk, and then I would either MARTA or Uber my ass back to the airport. Unfortunately, the plan fell through.
Yeah. Well.
Apple or Microsoft? Back to the question.
Yeah. What's the right answer here? What am I gonna? I don't really use many Apple products. I'll say that.
Okay.
But Microsoft has been frustrating lately, so I'd love to say neither, but I'll go Microsoft. Yeah, I don't know. Apple products are.
You an Android man?
I do have an Android.
Hey, you're an Android guy. Yeah, so am I. But I do have a Windows PC. I have a Mac at home in Georgia. I haven't used it. But anyway,
I feel like I like the design better. I don't know.
Yeah. The Mac OS concept, like the design of the OS, like now is actually kind of cool.
Okay.
Why ruled or college ruled? And I might need to look this up to understand what the margins are.
I don't know the exact measurements, but I write pretty small, so I traditionally college ruled was more efficient for my handwriting style. So that's pretty much what I tried to use throughout my schooling. I don't really use that type of paper anymore. So
I mean, it's just 8.5 by 11, but looks like 1 inch margin from the top and
Yeah, the
to
margins should be
left
the same, I would think.
versus wide rule, which
You're
is
really getting into this. I appreciate the commitment here.
wide. It's not actually the margins; it's the lines, right? So like,
Yeah, it's the line height.
so the wide ruled paper is what you would use if you were like learning the letters.
Well, if you
When you were
have
in
bigger handwriting,
elementary school or like middle school, or not middle school, like in kindergarten.
I would say if you have bigger handwriting, it makes sense. You know, some people just write big
Yeah.
letters, these big letters. So
Everybody uses college ruled.
I don't think it's unacceptable to use one or the other, but you know, it's on the question list. So that's what
Did you ever study abroad?
This question's a little outdated. I did not study abroad. I worked abroad.
Oh, really? Do tell.
There's not much to it. I did a little marketing job in Germany, in Berlin, for a summer.
Tell
In
us about
between
your
my
experience in Berlin. Tell us about your experience in Germany.
my bachelor's and master's. It was pretty good. It's definitely a city that's very friendly to, you know, foreigners, travelers, which was nice.
Tourists.
Yeah, tourists. Yeah, it is, but it is. It's very friendly to tourists.
Good.
At least from what I hear, compared to a lot of other cities, people there very willing to speak English and help you out and that sort of thing. So, obviously a lot of great stuff. I did a few cultural things. It's been a few years, so I'm trying to remember exactly what I did. But you know, I did all the usual tourist stuff and
Any castles?
Yeah, plenty of castles. I probably have videos on my YouTube channel. You know what? I definitely have videos on my YouTube channel. So you can look those up later. By you, I mean the listener and Anuj specifically.
We should include the link in your in the description of the
podcast. They don't need that. They don't need that. But if you go to the YouTube channel, it's on my personal channels definitely. Like
oh yeah, so this is summer 2019, right?
There you go. Okay, sure.
Berlin, Hamburg, and Prague.
Yeah, those are a few.
Videos you're referencing. But you got like tops 90 seconds in Berlin and Hamburg, but you got like 5 minutes in Prague.
They're just like photo slides. They're nothing. It's nothing crazy.
Seems like you had more material in Prague than in Berlin and Hamburg. Do you get to see the wall? Or the wall?
You could see the remnants of the wall.
Yeah.
I'll say, yeah.
That.
Yeah.
You went to Iceland too?
Nice. Okay, now we're just going down my my YouTube library.
We are. Yes, we are.
Not necessary. There's great content there, but we don't need to.
All right. Do you wear jeans in the summer?
I try not to, obviously. I would say that's.
You ever slip?
I can't. Do I ever slip?
Yeah, and end up wearing jeans anyway.
Oh, like that? No, not in that. I mean, like if there's like an event or it's like nighttime.
Sure.
You know, stuff like that. You might have to, but that's a question that's in reference to one of your personal stories. So that's why it's in there.
An unfortunate tale that landed me on an Ivy at Stan's.
Yeah.
And then in the emergency room at Emory Jones Creek. But yes, I was stable enough that my parents could that my mom and my sister could get me up to Emory Jones Creek. But we ain't talking about that right now.
All right.
Okay. Is it pronounced, is it octopuses or octopi?
This question's
plural
in there.
Form of octopus.
This question's in there to point out that both are acceptable.
Which one do you prefer?
I think just for the fact that it's lesser used, I'm going to go with octopuses.
Okay.
Just put an ES on everything. You know, don't make it complicated. Just, you know.
That's fair.
Keep it easy.
Isn't it it's Latin. Everything's complicated in Latin.
Yeah, maybe. Probably. Is it? I don't know Latin, so I'll just agree with you. Yeah.
Do you charge your phone overnight?
This is also in there because it's something that I do not do.
Remember when we
I feel
asked
like phones
Julie about
nowadays.
that?
Say what?
Remember when we asked Julie about that, or at least a variant of it?
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Well, I feel like
Yeah,
phones
the
charge
exact
fast
question
enough. Was it?
have you ever not gone anywhere because your phone wasn't charged?
Oh yeah, that's a different question. That's I think later in the list. Um,
Anyway, do you charge your phone?
yeah, I feel like phones fast charge enough nowadays that it's not necessary. I charge it like I can pretty much charge it in the evening. You know, I work a weird schedule now, but like you can charge it at some point before you go to bed. And if I have to, I can charge it in the morning. It'll be fully charged, so it's not a big.
That's fair.
I don't need to charge it for 8 hours or however long.
Or you can use your
6
car.
hours. And, well, I can also that's what I'm saying. I also charge it on the way to work. So
Yeah.
it's not as fast
yeah. While we're on the topic of phones and cars, this isn't on the list, but I'm going to throw it in there anyway. Apple CarPlay or Android Auto? I feel like I know what your answer is going to be, but
I think you know my answer. Well, I don't really use Apple CarPlay, but the times that I have, it's the UI. Again, I'm heavy on the UI today, but the icons are just so bubbly that it throws me off a little.
for CarPlay?
Like it looks like a kid's game, you know. It looks like Candy Crush.
Okay. Do you use Android Auto?
Sure. Yes, I guess.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's fine. It's not the admittedly it is not the best system to use. I feel like it's not. I don't know. They just updated it maybe a few months ago,
That's
so
fair.
it's a little better. So you can actually at least get like split screen.
Yeah, split screen with the map and the audio. Game changer.
But it's
I actually
fine. They're all fine.
I had to download like a separate music app for all of my local music to work on Android Auto. It was a mess.
Oh yeah. Music can be tricky.
I mean, at least you got Spotify. At least you got Google Podcasts. And if you're a hockey fan, you can listen to games on the radio, on the NHL radio feeds through the app. It's pretty cool. All right. Hydrate or die straight? I feel like I know what your answer is going to be, but still.
Look, hydration is important.
Of course.
It's another maybe outdated reference.
Something purpose go, hail hydrate.
Yeah, these are very old questions. But
I wonder if they
still
do.
you have to hydrate.
I wonder if they still do hail hydrate, or did they go back to hail hydra?
I don't know. It's been years now, right?
It's been a minute, yeah. Cause like we did hail hydrate in our last year, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Big trash cans or small trash cans? And we can throw the yellow thingies you see on campus before game days in too. Look,
big trash cans can hold a lot of stuff, obviously, but you can't underestimate the carrying weight, right? Because if you got to deal with the consequences of a big trash can, which is carrying the trash out to the dumpster, if that's your thing, depending on what kind of trash system you have. But smaller trash cans fill up so quickly. It's I really, it's
so you got to take them out more often. But I mean, there's these would be.
So the correct answer is medium-sized trash cans.
Okay. It was weird, but I'll allow it.
I don't.
Define medium size. Like, do you have a volume limit?
I don't know. I think what is this? 13 gallons is probably plenty.
13 gallons is kind of big.
Or 10 gallons? I don't forget how big this is. I could go check, but that's too much. I really don't have that.
I was more on the quarts scale.
The quarts. Okay.
Quarts. Yeah.
Oh.
Unless you want to talk like cubic centimeters or liters or whatever.
Surface area. No, I
No,
don't
insurance
really.
volume. Hey,
But
moving
I
on.
really don't have a strong. What's
Microsoft
that?
Word or Google Docs?
Yeah. Well, I will say, Google Docs is nice because it's free.
OneDrive's free
Now
too.
that,
I mean, oh wait,
no, it's not.
Word is free if you're using OneDrive.
Sure, yes, but you need to pay for that.
No?
There's a barrier of entry. You got to pay for something. With regard to Microsoft's products, but I feel like it's easy. I'm used to that, so it's easier to use. So I feel like it
I remember when
looks the
OneDrive
way.
was SkyDrive and you got 25 gigs of cloud storage for free.
Oh yeah. No, but
So-
Microsoft Word looks the way I expect it to look, whereas Google Drive sometimes is a little wonky in terms of how.
You can create a free account. You can create a free OneDrive account.
For what?
And
So
you would
get
get
Microsoft Office for free. Look this up.
So I might be biased because my organization uses Microsoft 365, but basically, I edit all my shit at that point, is it OneDrive or are you just paying for SharePoint?
SharePoint, I guess. I don't know. I guess it would be just SharePoint.
Well, now I'm looking at Microsoft 365 pricing. I'm not looking at OneDrive tiers.
All right, everyone. Leave a comment. How much do you pay for Microsoft Word?
While we're at it, OneDrive or Google Drive?
See, again here, I feel like Google Drive's easier to navigate. I feel like OneDrive is maybe this has changed, but I don't know. Cause we use OneDrive for work, and I don't know, looks fine. I think they're the same. They're the same. I don't have a strong opinion one or the other. Which is why I never answer these questions because I don't really usually have a strong opinion.
Okay.
Unless it's like a weird question that I'm asking.
Okay, that's fair.
But even then.
Do you feel like you don't? Alright, do you feel like you don't wear enough sunscreen?
Sure. This is why this is on there. I feel like most people don't wear enough sunscreen. You know? But it's one of those things that's hard to tell. You know, you feel hot in the sun, but how are you supposed to know? You're supposed to time, there's a generic time for how long sunscreen lasts. Are you supposed to sit there with the stopwatch?
What if you're dark skinned too?
An hour and a half. How does it change with the pigment of your skin? You know, you and I are a little darker, so how does it change? Was there anything? How do you
melatonin?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Yeah, but it's no, not melatonin.
Melatonin is a natural compound that. Wait, melatonin is a sleep compound. I'm referring to melanin.
Not melatonin. You mean melanin? Yeah.
Yeah. I do. Melanogenesis
or maybe melatonin.
Initiated by exposure to UV radiation.
If you take
it also absorbs light.
Yeah, melanin is how your the pigment changes the pigment of your skin.
So theoretically, now take this with a grain of salt because I'm getting this from Wikipedia. Theoretically, I guess people think that because a particular variant of melanin, eumelanin, can absorb UV radiation, it can theoretically, I guess, protect the skin from UV damage. I don't know if that works. I don't know how that works. I'm gonna call BS.
Your science facts of the day.
From Wikipedia, so feel free to call BS.
Definitely true. Please quote him on those facts.
Anyway, black or brown dress shoes?
I feel like black looks better, but for some reason I usually end up finding myself with brown dress shoes just because of the outfit that I choose.
Are you a brown dress pants kind of guy?
Well, I'll wear like some khakis or something and a blue shirt, and I'm like, well, then I
Right.
gotta wear, or like some blue pants, some navy blue pants,
So I
Uh,
will say if I wear a suit, it's all black below the waist. Black pants, black socks, black
no
dress
matter
shoes.
what, no matter what.
If I wear a suit. If I'm wearing khakis, I'm a little more flexible.
I just don't wear. I mean, I have one suit. It's a black suit, and I really only wear it to like weddings, weddings and funerals. I don't have any other reason to wear a
Or a
suit.
band banquet.
Okay, yeah, sure, band banquet. But nowadays, I mean, there's really no reason. I probably need a new suit. I was looking like last year for a new suit, and I just never got around to getting one. But
Okay.
I'll probably have to get a new one at some point. Maybe a different color, different flavor, different flavored suit.
That reminds me, I have a suit that I got tailor made while I was still in high school. I need to make sure that thing fits. Otherwise, I gotta go get a new one. Anyway, bold or italics?
You know, italics have a nice, seem a little classier.
Elegance, huh?
There's an elegance to it.
When would you use, so, would you ever use both?
Oh, sure.
Because, like, at least in, like, official documentation, like, sometimes you'll, like, emphasize it with italics, sometimes you'll emphasize it with bold. Would you ever do bold and italics at the same time?
I'm sure there's situations where you could, maybe not in formal writing, but when you're making signs or something,
Alright.
thinking a little more different aspects of text use.
I'm gonna skip around for a little. I'm gonna skip around a bit because I think there are some more interesting ones that we can dive deeper into. What's the
Don't
deal
like
with
my
airplane food?
questions. Don't like my questions. Airplane food. Well, speaking of the Germany trip, the airplane food on that, I'm trying to remember. Well, I set it up terribly, but I do remember those meals were not good. I mean,
Who'd you fly with?
great question. Lufthansa, I think, for some of it.
Lufthansa didn't fly to Berlin. They flew to Frankfurt. How much I remember.
They fly.
Wait, did they fly to Berlin?
They don't. I want to say, but no. You know what? Maybe it wasn't Lufthansa. Let me look up. Maybe I still have the ticket. Hold on.
So
This is going to be
Berlin International Airport is a focus city for for some low cost airlines, according to. Okay, let's see. Airlines and destination. Who flies to the U.S.?
No, I definitely flew
Delta
Lufthansa
flies to the
here.
U.S.
Yep, I flew Lufthansa.
I did.
Because you can fly Berlin to Frankfurt.
Yeah, that's right. Or Munich.
Yeah. But I'm trying to. That doesn't seem right. Where is the actual? Is this the itinerary? No, those are other things.
So I will say, my last long haul trip was to India, and the food we flew Etihad Airways, and at least in my opinion, the food was pretty damn good. A little oily, but I can't complain.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be better. I flew Condor. That's what I flew.
But yeah, if you have to fly anywhere like east of the Middle East, 10 out of 10 would recommend Etihad.
There's definitely better airlines than others. So
Okay.
you just got to know what to get, because it's very easy to say, oh, this is the cheapest one, and then you end up in
Well, So while we're on the topic of air travel, is the TSA effective?
Okay.
I
I
told you
don't
I'm
want to be
skipping
on
around.
I don't want to be on any lists here, but the TSA is not effective. Okay. There's been plenty of studies that things get through the TSA.
What could they do better?
Well, perhaps it's more about how much of the TSA is necessary. Like, what are they preventing?
I mean,
Because
taking it face
we
value,
already
terrorism, right?
we we already know they're not effective at filtering out contraband.
That's technically not their job. Isn't that Customs and Border Protection's job?
Well, by contraband, I just mean like things that aren't allowed to go through TSA. Okay, maybe contraband is not the right word, but like they're not effective at things that they're supposed to be doing.
Okay, whatever.
So I don't know.
Would you invest in TSA PreCheck?
Oh, I have TSA PreCheck.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, it's definitely worth it.
Can confirm. So I flew to Texas this past week, and to this point, my job had required me to travel. Oh god, now let me go. I gotta go back in my calendar. Actually, no, I don't have to go to the calendar because I can just log into Southwest.com and it will list all of my travel history. But I had a trip in October after I got back from India. Two trips in November. I went to visit my parents for the holidays in Atlanta, and another trip in January to Texas, and then another trip in February during the middle of a winter storm to Texas. What are we at? 5? And then I went to Denver, and then just recently I decided, you know what, fucking, I'm getting TSA PreCheck. Then I flew to Texas on it. So yes, can confirm. TSA PreCheck is worth it.
Let's do one more. We're getting close to the time limit here.
Really?
Didn't
you have those run longer?
We aim for like 40 minutes ish,
Yeah.
And then if it runs long, it runs long. It's getting late. I don't want to keep you here.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Because we are on the topic of air travel, window or aisle?
Yeah, I don't see how you can go with the aisle. People are bumping into you. They got to bump into you to get out.
Yeah, but you got a quick egress.
Why are you getting out so quick? Where are you going?
Tons. So yes, I am a window guy, but if I can't get a window, I will settle for an aisle. If I absolutely have to take a middle seat, then fine.
Yeah, you gotta go window. All right.
Especially for those dope cityscapes, man. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, if you want to see outside, you gotta go out the window. But then when you are sitting in the window, you always got the person in the middle seat, peeking out through the window and looking over your shoulder. It's like, what do you want? What do you want here?
Yeah. That took a turn into a rabbit hole.
Yeah. So that's the show. Anything else you wanted to cover before we head out? I wanted to leave this time just in case you had something juicy.
This ain't my episode. This is your episode, dude.
It's 250. Well, again, this proves why I don't answer the questions because I just don't have a strong enough take. That's what you're here for, to provide the strong takes.
Am I the Stephen A. Smith to your
to what?
No. I would say Skip Bayless, but he's got hot takes of his own.
Yeah. Everyone's got. Well, if you work for that type of show, you have to have strong takes, one way or the other.
Unless you're moderating, in which case you just have to steer the conversation, make sure it doesn't get out of hand.
You have to get upset that the conversation keeps getting out of hand.
That's
what they do. Okay, so Steven, any other takes?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Actually, I do have one hot take. I think UGA is going to crash to earth next season.
Wow.
I could be wrong,
Mark
though.
this episode.
I could be wrong, though. I mean, this is Kirby Smart, and the last couple of years he's shown, like, I don't know if it's more recruiting or more, because the recruitment was always there. It's probably be more development. But
Yeah,
if anybody's primed for a crash to earth, it's probably Georgia football. And who knows? Maybe we'll actually take advantage of it. I'll give you a better take. I think Georgia Tech's going to a bowl game this year.
Wow, that's hot because of
Really?
Previous history.
Yes, but we got rid of Coach Collins. We got rid of Coach Collins. I mean, great recruiter, but apparently he couldn't develop players worth a damn. And now we got Brett Keith, so I feel better.
All right, thanks for coming on. We'll do more celebrations next episode, where I don't have to answer questions, probably.
Okay.
Because I should never have to answer questions. It doesn't. It's again, you got the takes. Takes about planes.
But when we have a big milestone episode, at some point we got to be like, well, you keep asking us about your opinion. Now we get to hear from you. We get to hear from the man behind the show. Come on, you got to embrace it at some point.
Have been begging for it. All right, running the show.